Yo, what is up, guys? It is Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. And today we're going ahead and checking out something that I am totally caught off guard by. This is the Sonic 3 movie figures, the Shadow and the Sonic. There was Eggman as well, but I honestly, as much as I like Jim Carrey and I like the character he's portraying in the movies, he does a great job. I didn't really care for the figure. I left it on the shelf. Someone else can have it if they really want it. But, I had to get the stars of the show, my favorite, Sonic, which is obviously one of my favorite characters, and then Shadow, which is all-time my favorite character from that universe. Shadow, man, I have been looking for a good Shadow figure forever. Jakks Pacific is the one who has the licensing for Sonic, and unfortunately, I know a lot of you guys may like these figures, but for me, they're not my cup of tea. When I walked in the store, this is why I was caught off guard. First of all, there has been barely any promotion for this movie and for these toys. I don't think there is any promotion for these toys whatsoever. So when I saw these, I was like, where did these come from? So, but just the figures themselves, they have a more modern articulation design. Usually Jakks Pacific is known for using their weird like ball joints, every single joint method. This has a more modern kind of approach to the articulation. Also, it has 22 points of articulation, so that's pretty fantastic for a figure. But yeah, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's check out what's going on here. We got Shadow to the left. Whoop. And the one thing I love about these designs is it's pretty much just a life-like version of Shadow. So great detail. Looks like he's pulled straight out of the video game. Love that. And I have been really wanting a good Shadow figure. There's also a little bit of a bio on the back, so feel free to read that. And then here's the other characters in the line. I did want Tails, but I couldn't find Tails. Just Eggman. So this is really cool to see. This is going to be one of my first Sonic figures ever. Like, I don't think I've had a Sonic figure since I was a little kid. So that's how much these really intrigued me. As you can tell, look at the articulation. It looks pretty insane. We got Sonic here. I didn't really care for Sonic that much. I just wanted to review it for you guys, but I just don't like the way he looks super like realistic. I like the more game design, kind of like how it is with me in Marvel Legends. Like, I don't really like MCU figures. I like the more comic ones, but that's just my opinion. Shadow won me over because he looks pretty much how he would in the game. And then Sonic, he obviously looks more movie realistic. But enough of the jibber jabber, guys. I'm sorry I talked too much. Let's go ahead and open these up and see what's inside. All right, so here we got Shadow and Sonic out of the packaging. And obviously, in my opinion, Shadow is the star of the show. I really do like the articulation setup and the detail. I gotta say, I'm a little iffy on Sonic still, just because of how mine came QC-wise. But I have to say, for the figure price, which I believe is like $10 or $15, I'm pretty happy for that price. But Shadow, this is a killer figure. Like, I'm really actually super excited to have this because not a lot of great Sonic figures have been made yet, and I think this is gonna take the cake in my opinion. Let's go ahead and check out Shadow because he has pretty much the same exact articulation scheme as Sonic here, but really beautiful looking figure with all the details and stuff. They have this interesting see-through plastic method for the eyes, and then I like the attitude. I like his face sculpt a lot. But as you can see what I'm talking about, there's not very many ball joints. They used to do the weird ball joint hip thing, but this is like a more modern design for articulation. Very hefty, like the body is just light, but not hollow plastic. But the head, this thing is freaking hefty. Like, this is not hollow. This is a thick chunk of plastic. But yeah, neither of them come with any accessories whatsoever, but I'm not mad. Let's go ahead and check out the articulation since it's going to be the exact same for both. He looks down that much, looks up that much, 360-degree rotation. Arms go up this high. Very easy. Something that's interesting that's new is they have butterfly joints, so that's really cool. You can get them into some cool punching poses. You know, he's got his fists, can do his little duking out. You know, Sonic or Shadow is known to be a little bit of a savage here. Rotation at the upper bicep, double jointed or no, single jointed elbows, which is fine. I don't see that being an issue. Rotation at the wrist, can open and close at the hand. That's interesting. And then an ab crunch. Doesn't really do that much, but it's there. You can get some good rotation. I believe that's it for the arms. Legs can go up, and bear with me, guys. These are a little bit difficult to do, but they can go up. You kind of have to hold it. I recommend holding it and then moving it. See? It can go up, and then it can go back. So that's cool. Can do the splits like nothing. Rotation at the upper thigh, single jointed knee, good enough. And then no rotation at the ankle, but there is ankle rocker, and then it can go back and forward. Also want to just check out the details. Loving this design. This is pretty much just a standard Shadow design brought to life, so that is really cool. But yeah, like I said, Shadow is definitely the star of the show, in my opinion. Just look at him. He has so much attitude all the time. I love it. So this is going to be a great piece. Super happy to have this. I believe scale-wise, they scale pretty well for 6-inch figures, or with 6-inch figures, but we'll do the scale later. And then, just to get up close and personal, this is Sonic. Sonic doesn't feel heavy at all. I believe the head is actually hollow. But yeah, you can see these cool little see-through details on the head. I'm not sure why they're there, but he has the same exact articulation setup. Everything's exactly the same. Just a really nice looking Sonic from the movie. I'd have to say, from movie to action figure form, this does look fantastic. My elbow looks a little bit weird though, but it's not that big of a deal. You kind of have to fidget it and get it to sit into place how you would want it to. But, you know, pretty cool, and I really like the articulation setup. But yeah, let's go ahead and stand him up next to some other 6-inch figures so you can see what he's going to look like in your collection. All right, so I grabbed a couple random figures. We have the Marvel Legends Astonishing Wolverine, the Jaded Toys SDCC Evil Ryu, Marvel Legends SDCC Deadpool, and the movie Deadpool, the Marvel Legends movie Deadpool. So as you can tell, I think this scales pretty well. I don't know exactly the exact size, but I'm pretty sure Sonic's supposed to be about around this height. So 6-inch scale wise, I believe this is right. Go ahead and correct me down in the comments. Maybe he's a little bigger than he's supposed to be, but I'm not an expert. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure this is around the height he is supposed to be. So it looks good to me. All right, guys. So at the end of the day, I'm actually very happy with these figures. I think they're fantastic. For the price point, they knocked it out of the park. I think Jakks Pacific did a fantastic job. I hope in the future, though, we get some other companies making some Sonic figures, because I'm a huge Sonic fan and I want to see some good Sonic figures. I think this is a great direction for where Jakks Pacific is going. I really like this articulation setup. I have to say, out of the two, Sonic is my least favorite. I was going to say Sonic is my favorite, but Sonic is my least favorite. Shadow is my favorite. He feels hefty. He feels like a very good quality figure. Sonic feels a little bit more on the lighter, hollow plastic side, but I have to say they both look fantastic. So if you're just putting them up on your shelf, they're going to look great. All in all, together, I'm going to give them a solid 8.4 out of 10. Shadow definitely gets the 8.5 out of 10 individually, and Sonic gets an 8 out of 10. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. I still think these are great figures, though. I mean, for the price point, fantastic. Shadow is definitely my pinnacle Shadow figure. Even though I don't have any Shadow figures, this is the one I have been waiting for, and I'm really happy to add him to my collection. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this stuff. So go ahead and drop a like to show some love, subscribe to stay updated with my channel, and just leave a comment letting me know what you think. Seriously, much love. I appreciate each and every one of you, even the haters, and especially the lovers. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, can't say it enough. I appreciate everything. Peace out, everyone. Have an amazing day. That was ugly.